Hello, boys. We're doing a little airbrushing today. I thought, seeing as there's some stuff I need to get off the old tray before anything new can come in, and I've got to get on with it anyway. I thought, why not get the boys in, get the stream going. I know I hadn't planned this, I hadn't scheduled this, but sometimes life is like that. What's a little bit extra, eh? It's one thing to not do a stream where one was promised. It's entirely another to do one where one was not, if you know what I'm saying. How are we all doing today? It's a rather good evening for a bit of hobbying, that I must say. Don't say that to me. Don't say that to me, because there bloody well isn't. There isn't, mate. There isn't. He's right here, actually. He's right here. You know, I don't particularly mind him how he is. It's, yeah. Absolutely crazy title. What's crazy about the title? How we doing, Hayden, bro? I'm just about to flip over to Hobby View. What's everybody talking of? Oh, it's the bloody automatic announcer. Hello, how are we all doing, everybody? I know, don't say that, that's worse. Do you know what it is, bro? I kind of skipped. Predator. yeah, well, no. Takes one to know one. But let me switch over and show you what I've got, what I'm working on. So I'll see you in the other view, boys. And here we are. Let me pull the mic closer. So this, in all honesty, this is a rescue, and this I kind of jumped this. How do you say it? Well, yeah, I jumped the Hive Tyrant up in the queue because I needed it done for that game. This was actually on the tray beforehand, and I had to do a little reshuffle just so we could have that game with my friend. So this is a bit of a restoration project that, to be fair, has gone quite well, all things considering. This was a... Oh, let me just adjust the mic. This might make a horrible noise. Never mind. This Predator was caked in paint that it was done by my friend when he was... I don't know... 12, 11, and I've had it ever since, and it's sat in a box, and I painstakingly stripped it, got like a pin and scraped it out of all the recesses, and he'd fused this on, where he'd obviously glued it on the first time and then snapped it off and glued it again, and so the turret obviously didn't move. So I've taken the turret off, scraped this away. This bloody thing, sorry. There's always something going on with my fucking microphone. Okay, so this thing, I scraped it away, made it like a circle again, and then I put these bits of sprue in there so the thing can sit on top and spin around in game. And that's how I got around that. So I'm giving it the full restoration project. It's going to get painted up, very much so, in the same likeness as these Ultramarines, and it's going to be added to the army, and it's going to get fielded in a way that it never thought it would. I'm pretty much like Hobby Jesus, really, giving him a new lease of life. I'm like that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the story of Jesus. You know, that dude who couldn't walk, and he was like, I've got nobody to take me to the water where I can get anointed with the holiness. He was like, you don't need the water, you just need me. And then he stood up. Well, that's exactly what's happening here with this Predator. And that's the tank, not myself. So Hayden says, how long are you going to be live? I've got an eye appointment I'm about to go to. Probably a couple hours. Nothing crazy. A bit more of a chill one. I'm actually hoping to get more stuff done on stream today. So I kind of like the idea of the midweek one being a bit more focused on actually getting stuff done. With a bit more of the nose to the old grindstone. The Saturday ones are more for like interacting with everybody, doing like the little events that we'll have on, all those little interactive things, and it's more about like hanging out with all of you guys. And obviously there's always going to be more people on the Saturday, and there's going to be more stuff to read out. I have a bit of a pet peeve. Like, I don't really watch streamers, but when I occasionally do, usually for like a little bit of self-research, it really annoys me when they reply, and I have to stop myself from doing it, and I try not to as best as I can. It really annoys me when they reply to a comment on the stream, because sometimes they're coming from all sorts, all over the place, right? And they just reply to a comment rather without reading it out. And if you're just listening to the stream and kind of looking at it as you go, which I'm sure all of you are, I very, very much doubt anybody sat there glued to the screen, you have no idea what they're talking about. So I try to stay as tuned into the chat as I can, and that kind of works on a Saturday. But on these weekday ones, I'm like to try to get a little bit more stuff done. I'm still going to periodically check in with you guys and say what's up, and I'm going to ramble the whole time. But yeah, weekdays are for getting stuff done, guys, and the weekends are for chilling. You know what I'm saying? Bottommark says, there's something nice about bringing a wrecked model back to life. You are goddamn right. You're goddamn right. Yeah, man. It's like for free, isn't it? More or less. And who doesn't like something for nothing? This is the Annihilator version. I do have the cannons, which I've magnetized, so they'll stick onto the underside of those. So I'm going to do those separately. I'll do them all at the same time. I think they're just up on the shelf there. So yeah, full little restoration project. You guys are seeing the end. I even got green stuff involved to fill some big old cracks because it was put together by a 12-year-old. I also couldn't find the chat questions when I watched a video back, so reading them out is good. Yeah, mate. Yeah. It's just a bit of a pet peeve of mine. It's like it's got to be easy for people to just listen to, so you guys can hear what everybody else is saying, and you don't have to like keep looking and reading the chat. It's just not feasible, is it? It's definitely a pet peeve of mine when I see other streamers in the hobby space do it as well. It's like, yeah, it's hard to follow if people don't read the comments out as they come. But yeah, okay, well, I'm going to get cracking into this. So I've never airbrushed on stream before, so I'm hoping that it doesn't make an annoying noise. You guys will have to let me know if it does, and I shall change my noise gate so it doesn't. But Aiden is, alright, Aiden says, alright, I'm heading out, should be back, and then it's more work on my Kroot. Hell yeah, dude. Well, good luck with your, did you say your dentist appointment? Or eye appointment? Eye appointment. Well, I hope you can see when you get back. That'd be good. This definitely won't be my competition entry, but it's going to be it's going great for a first attempt. That's great, mate. Nice to see, as I say, it's nice to see a Tau player doing Kroot, because most people just politely forget that they exist, which I kind of get, because it's completely different, isn't it? In every single way. They really should be their own faction, and they kind of are now, but yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, I'm going to close the door, and then I'm going to crack on. Hayden says, eye appointment. Just seeing if my prescription has changed. Oh, so you're a glasses wearer, my friend. I used to be, and then I got laser eye surgery. That was like a Final Destination Saw torture. It was unbelievable. I'm the kind of guy who can't even put a contact lens in, so somebody lasering my eye off, me smelling my retina burning away, and like not being able to like, you can feel the whole thing. They like gellify your cornea and then scrape it with the back end of a scalpel to one side, blast you with a laser, and by the way, they tell you you cannot look to the side or anything or you will be blind. You just got to take it full force. It was that was my like that was my equivalent to like the last stand of McCrag. The whole body was just tensed up, like I'm just trying to stay still. It's unbelievable. It's horrendous. It's one of the worst things I've ever done. But honestly, I would do it again. Okay. Anything else? That'll do for a start. Okie dokie, let's get cracking. Without further ado, how do I get my... Let's flip that round. Simple Sarah says, are you sure you weren't just tortured? Well, I came out with like 20/20 vision, so I'd say it was a pretty good arrangement. I'm just gonna flip you horizontal. There you are. Okay, now you're seeing the way around that I'm seeing. That was really disorientating trying to show that to you properly. Okie dokie. Alright. Let's drop some paint up in that bitch. Let's hope this works. This honestly could be the point where I realise that my airbrush needs a new acetone soak. I find that like once every couple weeks or after like a week of like consistent use, I need to like completely clear out my airbrush, completely and utterly, like soak it in acetone, like deep bath it, and that usually does the job. It like resets it back to factory settings. I don't know if it's something to do with the way I'm maintaining it or something. Probably is. I'm shit at maintaining stuff, I'm not gonna lie. Hilariously enough, this is gonna sound crazy, but I am actually looking. I have been thinking about and looking into. That's a speckle, that's great. Designing my own airbrush, or at least the components of one, because I've got quite a cool idea about just a design or an airbrush with features that would just make it so much better to use, basically. Take some concepts from a style of machining, of which I know a little bit about from personal experience. Can't really say much more than that. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is... I think the airbrush is bollocks, lads. Why is that sticking for one? That's what I want to know. Oh no. Yeah, Bottle Mark says, cleaning and maintaining my airbrush puts me off using it more, to be honest. Yes, mate. It's just a... As I like to call it, as we like to say over here, it's just a whole bunch of fuck. Oh, we're getting a good flow now, though. It's one of those ones where I reckon if you've got, like, your process down, it's probably okay. But because I'm a retard, I never fucking quite remember what I did the last time. So there. Okay, we've got a half decent flow. We can do something with this. So let's give it a spritz. Just adjust that, get you down there. We're going in with a strong dark blue. I don't think you guys know what the crack is now. This strong dark blue is such a good colour. I mean, the AK Interactive stuff is so good. I mean, I just think, like, sometimes you gotta remember just, like, how lucky we are now compared to years ago where there was no real other choice. It was Citadel paints or go fuck yourself. And now it's like, I mean, pick your bloody poison, you know? And AK Interactive has stood out for me personally. I know a lot of people like the new Duncan Road stuff. Personally, for me, I haven't been 100% impressed. But only just purely because of the packaging. You can't tell what the colour is, and the white. But the white's pretty good compared to the Citadel one. So, as you know, I'm not talking about the quality of the actual paint here. I'm just more talking about just my personal, what would you call it? Experience was due to that. What's up, Mr. Tweed, baby? What's going on? Nice to see you, bro. I feel like I haven't spoken to you in ages. Little impromptu one tonight, mate. Not sure what you're up to, but we're just, I am, personally, just, hanging out. Doing a little bit of, getting a little bit of work done on the, Ultramarines again. Trying not to lose steam. I've been, looking at the Horus Heresy line recently. I've actually started properly listening to Horus Rising finally. Like, actually managed to get some headway in it. I've had it in my Audible library for the best part of, well, more than a year now. But I've never actually been able to make much headway with it. Bottlemark says, I recently picked up the Monument Hobbies paints. They are really good as well. I haven't heard of that. Is that a New Zealand one, or is that, you know, anywhere international type thing? Not that that makes a difference, I'm just wondering because I have never heard of that one. Ooh. Oh, you're playing Bolt Action on... Is that on Tabletop Simulator? Cool. Do you think you'll be given that that new game thing that they've got coming out? It looks like they're bringing their own version of that out. Simple Sarah says, it's a good book. I'm currently reading The Relentless Dead and the new Krieg book. How new is that Krieg book? Because I've listened to one of them. I thought that was quite cool. I listened to the one where the guys like take their masks off, and it's like subtly implied that they're like clones or something. I thought that was really, really sick. That might have been the Siege of Brax. The one, yeah, it is the one that's the Siege of Brax. What does it do? It like follows the Siege of Brax, and also like modern day a little bit as well. Honestly, it's criminal how little I have watched of the listened or read of the Black Library. Considering how long I've been in the hobby. Bottlemark says, I think they're called Pro Acryl in different places. Ah, yeah, I've heard of them. Loads of people like those. Trying to get a nice flat colour with this. Going on nicely. I was wrong, not that new last year. Ah, that's new enough. I mean, most of these have been standing, you know, nearly 20 years now, so. If not longer, to be fair. No, I've been fully enjoying it so far. The first one I ever read, and when I say read, there's heavy air quotations marks there because I listen to them mainly. I've read what was the one? Hayden's still here. I didn't realize Hayden was still here. Hayden says, in the interest of supporting my local game store, I am unfortunately still a GW paint shill. Well, mate, so am I. I've only got a very small selection of anything that isn't Games Workshop. It's funny because, like, you know, especially when you like run out of a color, you know exactly what you're gonna get if you go and buy that color again. So, no, I get it, mate. There's nothing I mean, it depends what you get. I think the Games Workshop, the basic metallics are pretty good. It's not like they're bad paints or anything. I usually just branch out, or I have branched out because I'm looking for a color that I can't quite see in the Citadel range. Particularly while I was looking, I mean, they've just opened an Element Games in Newcastle, which is my closest city. And they have a whole room where there's just nothing but racks of different paints. I mean, there must be like over like 3,000 different pots of paint out there to look at, and I picked up this one, the Ducat Blue, and that is basically the lightest blue that takes these guys up to that color of blue. And I think I tried 5 blues before I got to this exact recipe of the 3 blues that make this hue. I found that it's like the lightest I'd like to go, where it's still immediately recognizable as a ultramarine, and not like, oh, is that what would you call it? Is that a Space Wolf? Oh no, it's definitely an ultramarine. So yeah. So let's put the ultramarine back up on the paint shelf. Paint's supposed to go back up there. Bottlemark says, Hayden's in the waiting room. Hayden's out there in the waiting room waiting to get his eyes fucking sandblasted by some dude, and he's up on the stream. That's the boys right there. Bottlemark says, yeah, Games Workshop is still good. I use a bunch of different paints, including Games Workshop and Vallejo. Yeah, there's not one there's ain't just one fiddler who plays every song, you know what I'm saying? Got to branch out. Nothing wrong with Games Workshop paints, to be honest. And as you say, if that's what your local friendly local gaming store has got, you know, you got to pay some support there. If he gets anything else, though, honestly, tell them get the AK Interactive stuff, because it's not just the paints that they do. It's the awesome big pots of technicals, all sorts of stuff. They got like corrosion pigments, all sorts of little oil washers and stuff like that. Like, if I was to only ever choose one range and I could only use paints from one range, AK Interactive hands down, personally. Hayden says, need some advice. What colour should I do for my Kroot eyes? You can see the skin tone in the hobby pick, so what would you suggest? Yeah, so you've gone for like quite a light green. It's lighter than your typical orc. So I'd say black. Like the base, do it black, and then touch some red in near the front of the eye, a dot of yellow, and then a little pinprick of white at the back. Honestly, but oh yeah. Mark says, I'm pushing for that sponsor link from AK. Yeah, honestly, no, because it would be fitting, because I could wax lyrical about them all day. To be fair, I don't think I'd be able to sit there and do an ad read in the middle of one of my videos that isn't for something that I actually want people to take my word for. But just have a look at this, right? This is that's the eye of my Terminator. I'm going to zoom it way the hell in. Honestly, try like something like that, of those color variations against the green skin. I think it'll pop pretty nicely. I don't know, I'd just definitely say red in there somewhere. You don't have to take it up as bright as mine, like maybe rather than the yellow touch, you could just do like a lighter red. Give that a go. I think red, mate, yeah. or blue. I think that's your choice. Maybe blue, because red will make them look a little bit maybe too serious or evil. So maybe blue. It will contrast nicely with the green, like a little white blue pop. And it also like, yeah, they're kind of the good guys, you know. Let's prop this up with something. This up with an Incubi Darkness. And he blew it over there. Oh, so you say, yeah, bottle mark says paint it black, dot of white in the middle, contrast red or blue over. Bold of you, Hayden says, bold of you to think I have that level of brush control, but I'll certainly try. Heaven forbid we have a little bit of faith in you, eh? Heaven forbid. You'll get there one day, young buck. This is so speckly, it's unreal. Yeah, this is not doing it. Hayden's, oh, just think of it as practice for that most improved award. Yeah, there you go. So Hayden says he started making up a little bits of lore for your army. Ah, now you're fully settling into the waves. This is the natural progression. I think you're not enjoying the hobby to its fullest unless you're making lore up for your guys. To be quite honest, everybody does it, whether they, even to a small extent, you know, everybody does it. So, Hayden says, my crew adorn themselves with bronze because they believe the darkness of the metal gives it strength. That's and the brightness of gold or silver would make them weak and distracted. That's fair. They're like practical dudes who are like, yeah, they're all about the utility of the metals rather than their perceived shiny value. That makes sense. That sounds very crude. Sounds very cruty indeed. I'm also using iron warriors for their weapons instead of something. Oh, I see the paint instead of something brighter like lead belcher. Oh wow, I always thought lead belcher was like the darkest one. So wow. Well, more power to you, dude. I am currently writing up a little script. I mean, I've got a few videos in the pipeline, but one of the more interesting ones for me currently is I'm making a video about what would happen if the Tyrannids invaded Earth today. Like what it would be like if they came for us in the modern era. How we would respond, how that would go, what the lead up to the invasion would look like. I thought that's such a fascinating thing. When I was a kid and I first got taught about the Tyrannids, I imagined them like coming down on the planet now. But obviously, well, there isn't anybody that really talks about that. I mean, obviously, right? Obviously, the obvious answer of like what would happen is we would get absolutely rinsed. We would die straight away. But it's more all about like the lead up to it, what it would happen, and what it would actually look like, and how it would play out, and where things would occur on the planet and things like that. So yeah, hopefully that'll turn out to be as entertaining and intriguing as I'm kind of imagining it in my head. That one's required a little bit of requiring a little bit of research. Shadow in the warp means nothing to us. Ain't no psychers here. Yeah, no, not in any real sense, to be fair. There isn't. But one of the things that I talk about in it is the fact that, well, canonically, the Emperor is here, somewhere amongst us. And like, what role would he have or try to play in that whole thing? So yeah. You'll just have to tune in to find out. I was surprised to find it's a topic nobody's touched on. Bottlemark says, what made you pick Ultramarines? Very fucking good question, dude. Very good question. You know, look, man, it's not like they're the first Space Marines I've ever collected. I've collected as an army Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Grey Knights, a tiny brief stint with Imperial Fists, Black Templars, and I'm finally coming back around to Ultramarines. Reason being is because they're fulfilling this, like, sorry, the cat's going crazy at my door right now. Just one sec. What are you doing? Unfortunately, this cat just thinks that this window is his doorway. Come on, get out. The bloody cheek of it. It's fulfilling like a part of me from when I was younger. The first Space Marines I obviously saw and were attached to was the Ultramarines, right? And I could never get into the hobby then. We didn't have enough money. I was a little kid, so everything I tried looked shit anyway. And I don't know, there's just something about me that's just doing it as fan service for that little kid. Also, I really like the particular blue that I've chosen. I've seen some reference images across the internet. I can't find them anymore, of just lighter variants of the Ultramarines, and I just thought they look so much nicer like that. So clean, they just pop so much that I thought I would actually collect Ultramarines like that. And then I start looking into them and thinking, well, they've got all that kind of like Roman vibe to them and stuff. Like, if these guys weren't just like the poster boys and say it was Blood Angels or something, everybody would think of them a lot more favorably. You'd be like, but they've got all the Roman stuff in them. They're actually quite cool. They're underrated. So I don't know. I just think it's more particularly because I just like this scheme than that I particularly like the Ultramarines. Also, the amount of named characters, and I already had the Marnius Calgar, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do Ultramarines, classic Space Marines, and it's for that 9-year-old who's still very much so inside of me. Hayden says, Ultramarines are cool, but I feel like I'm required to hate them simply for how they're treated. Yeah, no, I get it, mate, and I have the same opinion about them. Bottlemock says, the main thing that bugs me about their treatment is how supposedly 1,000 guys are somehow fighting across the whole freaking galaxy. Yeah, well. Yeah, I know what you mean. Also, there's something really cool about, like, Macragge. That was one of, like, the first things I really, like, learned about, was the Battle of Macragge and the invasion of the Tyrannids there, and Marneus against the Swarm Lord. You know what? So, it's so quintessentially classic 40k, an Ultramarines army. I feel I've done so many different wacky things in this hobby without ever doing that OG original thing, which is the Ultramarines, classic Space Marines. This is just, I'm just not having a good time with this airbrush today, guys. It's like semi-blocked, and I'm not happy about it. Oh, we got it, we got it. I don't know what the sound is like for you guys here in my airbrush. I'm hoping it isn't really, like, annoying. Cool. Perfectly fine. Yes, I am. Thank you. Okay. Perfectly fine. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah. I've done everything else, you know, so I'm circling back around to the default. Feel like it's like the OG mission. And I've got a really clear idea for the army. So usually, like, when people start an army, right, they just kind of start it and they buy this one and this one because they look cool, or they buy all the models that they kind of like they kind of think looks cool first. But then they kind of just flutter, and you play a few games and like, oh, I could do with this, and then they get that. Oh, I could really round this kind of section of the force out, and it kind of like the tale builds in the telling as you collect the army. But for this one, I know exactly what I want all the way up to 2,000 points. I know exactly what I want in this army, so it seems like more of a clearer goal and a lot more attainable. The whole thing is like, there's no like intercessors or regular troops or anything like that. I've got my command squads, and they're going to be like the only regular infantry. The rest are going to all be terminators, so 2 squads of normal terminators and 2 squads of assault terminators, one with the lightning claws, one with the hammers. There's going to be a big ballistus redemptor dreadnought, and there's also going to be 2 land raiders, and the land raiders are like the focal point. And they're going to be named Incus and Malleus, which means hammer and anvil. And they're going to be holding all those Terminators and Marneus Calgar. And it's going to be the exact same game plan for every game I ever play. Win, lose or draw. It's there for spectacle, and it's there for showcase. God knows what's going on with this fucking thing. Christ. I'm gonna base this with a fucking brush. This just ain't fucking working for me today, boys. I'm just going to wash this bugger out. I'll be right back. And we're back. Hello. Oh, we lost a couple people. It's just us now, boys. Who's left? Who's left? Are you at work yet? Mark? Hayden? Are you getting your eyes touched yet? Sinful Seraph, are you still lurking in the background? Mr. Tweed? Mr. Twiddler? Mr. Twigs? Where's my little... There you are. Da-da-da-da-da. Hello, if you've just joined. I see somebody's just joined. This is Relics. This is the bloody Relics of War. Bi-weekly stream. Where we get all sorts of stuff painted. Simple Seraph's still lurking in the background. Are you in the Discord, Simple Seraph? Are you going under another name? Oh, you're working from home. That's awesome, dude. I've been working from home recently too. I've been working on my loft extension. Loft extension? Loft conversion. Making an extra bedroom. Got to leave for a meeting in like 10 minutes. Sure. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Just as time, mate. Let's get that. Oh yeah. You're in the Discord server. What's your username in the Discord server, mate? Right, I'm gonna adjust this. Yeah, I just don't know what you correspond to name-wise, mate. So I'm a bit confused as to whom you are. You're also called Aesop Rems sometimes, I think. It's nearly there, I think. I'm not going to get proper action out of that airbrush until I acetone bath it. I don't have acetone. I kind of wanted to get it done tonight. Do I just accept dry brush on it? Is that should I? Still Sinful Seraph? Ah, fucking going crazy. I must be going crazy, dude. Let me have a look. Community, server settings, members. This. We can disable that. Oh yeah, you are. I'm just being an idiot. I'm just being a fool. What are you up to, mate? Anyway, you are going crazy. The warp does that to you. It does, mate. I've got to say my prayers a bit more to the Emperor. It's gone crazy, man. You're one of like the OGs. Like I remember you hanging around in like literally the first like few streams too. It's crazy. I mean, the amount we've exploded in the last few days is it's kind of crazy. I don't know if you've seen all the stuff that's been going on in the Discord. But yeah, it's mental. I mean, we're well over double what we were just like a week and a bit ago. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Suddenly starting to feel like a proper channel rather than just like, I don't know, a little funny little thing. I ought to airbrush more on stream. It's like addictive, you know. Once you start, you just want to see that next layer, that next little gradient. It's, yeah, I mean, I always try to watch the streams if I'm available. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Especially when we're still so small. Every single view, every single comment, every single like super helps as well. If you guys can, by the way, please do like the stream. I noticed that we have like loads of people in concurrent, but we only seem to get like one, 2 or 3 likes on the stream. So if you are able to, please do actually like it, because it helps it massively. Okie dokie. Now let's have a look at those sponsors. Sponsors. There you are. Doors, the bloody doors open again. Take one of these. Ah, the eternal blossom of hot love. Why? What an excellent username that is. Eternal blossom of hot love liked. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate it. If you're into this kind of stuff, man, you should join the Discord if you follow into the description or onto the channel, or in fact anywhere. You shall sharply find a Discord link if you fancy joining in, getting in there with the gang, being part of the boys. Always nice to have more people in the squad. We've really exploded in the last couple of weeks, so get in while you can before it becomes saturated. I'm always trying to figure out ways to up the quality of these things, pretty much endlessly. I'm always trying to figure out how can I make it better? How can I make the video better, the sound quality better, the presentation better, my personal presentation and vocal skills, for lack of a better term, like the keeping stuff flowing, keep on vomiting word salad consistently. Always trying to look at ways to make it a little bit more, I don't know, make it better and higher quality every single time. What I've noticed when I watch other streamers in this space, just the general quality of the show is just pretty low usually, for one factor or the other, whether it be the camera, the angle, the presentation, the presentation by the actual person running it. It's usually something fairly lackluster in there. So we're trying to eventually get there and be the hobby streaming channel, you know, because there isn't actually many out there. Like, it's not something that many other channels regularly do. So yeah, that's what we're aiming for. We're trying to be the best one day. You said you're Eternal Blossom of Hot Love. Oh, sorry. Eternal Bosom of Hot Love. That username is a reference to what a North Korean reporter referred to Kim Jong-il as. Eternal Bosom of Hot Love. Oh goodness, he must get around. Pyongyang or whatever their capital is. He must be getting around. It's so funny. What a wacky country that is. I both hate and love to go there on holiday. I'd love to go and just check it out. As long as my safety was assured, I'd quite enjoy the experience of going and checking North Korea out. Insane. Find out if what is reported about it is actually true, because sometimes these things are sensationalized a little bit. That dry up a little bit. Okay. What's going on? Anything going on in the Discord? Let me just double check. Nope, nothing. Nothing's going on. Bloody nothing. Oh, Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says they take you on a tour and talk about how they won a war with the USA. It didn't happen, as well as saying Kim Jong-il invented the hamburger. Wow, talk about living in the head rent free. Bottle Mark says, right, got to go, catch you on Discord, matey. See you later, mate. Take it easy, bro. Hop in after your meeting if you want, mate. Hop into the voice channel afterwards. Just give me a bell when you're ready. That is crazy. I mean, they must know that that's bollocks. I mean, there's nobody. As a people, you've got to have a collective memory. You've got I don't know anybody who was involved in that war, and nobody else does. It's so strange. They must know. They just kind of have to go along with it, don't they? It's kind of like Stalin back in the day. People just have to like nod, yes, smile, agree. If you ever are looking for a funny historical film, The Death of Stalin is fantastic. I mean, talk about a star-studded cast, and it is so funny. Right. Well, we're just at the old watching paint dry stage. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get away from these kind of little blemishes that you could see. Obviously, this is a bit of a rescue job, as I said. It was rescued off of the... It's a past bit of fuckery from a child, being my old roommate who used to live with me, who left a damn lot of Warhammer in my possession, and one of this was absolutely caked in shit. And I'm sure, fortunately, you can still kind of tell by the dappled surface that it was mistreated greatly. But yes. So Eternal... I can't keep saying this, bro. Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says, I think a lot of the younger people kind of know, but the older generations were around when the country was richer than South Korea, so they trusted a little more. Wow, it was rich in South Korea. I did not know that. I always assumed it was more the archaic one. Obviously, go back 100 years or so, and then everything could have been different. But he also says The Death of Stalin is very good. It is very good. It's a proper laugh out loud film. And we get, people don't realize, you get loads of memes from that film, like the one where he like takes his coat off and he's like shows all his medals. That's like very, very heavily memed. Let's see what Mr. Tweet's at tonight. Okay, the funny thing is, Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says, the funny thing is that they had to give Zukov fewer medals in the film than he actually had, because they thought audiences wouldn't believe it if they gave him the accurate amount. That's crazy. There's just no way he won that stuff. It was just, yeah, there's just no way. It was probably just poured on him just for him to look super impressive in those, you know. It's a propaganda piece. Look how awesome our general is, type of thing, you know? Yeah, I'm going to have to punch into those recesses a little bit to hit all those little gribbly bits. I mean, how could one old Predator be so abused? But it's personally looking a lot better now. It's one opaque colour, that's for damn sure. Maybe we'll put a little bit of battle chipping on this one. Really kind of lean into it a little bit. So as I said, I magnetized these. So let's see if that still works when that's been painted a little bit. Yes, it does. I've got this sticky back magnetic sheet stuff. And it's excellent for a real quick, simple magnetization. Good for like bases and stuff too. And yeah, it does the job, as you can see. His coat was basically a Soviet propaganda poster. Yes, looking a lot better, isn't it? Yeah, let me zoom that out a little bit. Yeah, it's certainly looking a lot better. Maybe even ready for service. I think I will give it a little bit of chipping. The odd, tiny, light bit of rust down a corner or something like that. Very important not to overdo rust, I think, when you're going for something. I don't know if you've just joined recently, mate, but the rest of the Ultramarines look like this, so we're toning it right up. In fact, you can see the residual bits of the dark blue from this paint here. acting as a real shadowed recessed colour that slowly shifts up into this bright Ducat blue from AK Interactive. It's definitely it's a completely unique recipe. It took me 5 different attempts of different colours to get this final result. It's just a lighter variant of the Ultramarines that just pops that little bit more. It's certainly not as luminous as it looks on the camera, but it's definitely up there compared to most other Ultramarines. So yeah, that's where we're getting to. There's a ancient with a standard. And here is Marnius, who was done before I started airbrushing them. So this guy's actually dry brushed, and it's actually a slightly different blue. But I can't bring myself to repaint him, to be quite honest. So he's just an ever so slightly different shade from the rest of them, but yeah. Maybe one day, when I'm really broke and I can't afford anything to get on with that's new, I think I'll turn my attention back to Marnius and update his colouring. So what's up, new people? If we've got new people in, say hello. Introduce thyself. Step into the light. Pull up a chair by the fire. Just dotting this into all of those recesses now, and then I'm happy to start calling this done. Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says, my little cousin got into Warhammer recently and I had to explain to our grandparents and other family what a Space Marine was after he asked for a combat patrol on Christmas. To be a kid again, finding out what Warhammer is, finding out that it exists. I still remember the conversation and the way I felt. And the immediate, I don't even know what it was. Somebody said Warhammer. Oh, it's this game that you play with these little guys, and you like push them around the table, and they like shoot each other and kill each other. I'm like, what? Like immediately, my fucking brain just exploded with just, oh my god, that's so cool. Like immediately, and I just asked question after question after question after question after question, and just like right there, I was in love. That 9-year-old me was in love immediately, and I'd love to get that level of why'd I wonder back. I'm actually working on a video which is a bit of an interesting one, which is like what's actually like the optimum way to enjoy your Warhammer experience. And obviously, like on the surface level, it's different for everybody, so there is no real optimum way, but like for the average person, what is the best way to get into the hobby? Because there's better ways and worse ways for damn sure. I think a lot of people get into the hobby fucking head first. They get embroiled with the idea of, oh, they hear about the tournament play kind of side of stuff, and they jump into the game and they buy 2,000 points worth of guys straight away, and then they get frozen up by this, oh my god, I've got this massive pile of shame already, and oh, but I don't even know how to paint, and they freeze up and then they regret it, and then so on and so forth. There's better ways to do it, I think. I think the way is very similar to how it was when I was a kid. When I think buy a White Dwarf magazine. That should be your intro. Buy a White Dwarf magazine. Maybe read one of the books. Get into the lore. Start listening to the lore and the media around it before you jump into the game. That would be what I would say. Get yourself enthused with it, and then get one of the starter sets, paint up a mini, and then you could even go into like talking about the order of what you buy stuff in. Like don't buy an army box to start off with. I know it seems like, oh, you're getting a really good deal, but I don't think it's actually good for a proper beginner. I think you should be getting something forgiving. Literally get one of those starter boxes really that comes with some paints. I think that's probably legit the best way to get into the hobby. And then take it steady. Buy an elite unit next, and then a tank model next, and then finish off your army with a character. And then, you know, get into narrative play, and honestly, people shouldn't really touch the whole tournament stuff until they're like a fair ways into the hobby. I think there's an optimum path through the hobby. So yeah, I'm going to make a video on that soon. Obviously, it's just my opinion, and everybody's experience is completely different, but for the average person, it's my recommended pathway. Yeah, for maximum enjoyment at every stage. Eternal bosom of hot love says the initial intrigue is something few people get to experience more than once. Yes, it's like everything really in life. You can only eat your favorite food for the first time once, and after that time you know what you're expecting, so you never get surprised with it. I remember uncovering this hobby piecemeal, bit by bit by bit by bit. It wasn't like now when you can just like listen to like 100 3-hour Lord videos back to back to back to back to back and just soak it all in one. It was like little legends that you'd hear over time from your friends, from White Dwarf magazine articles, from your friend's codex when you got to borrow his codex and see how his guys worked and his little bits of lore. It was like a proper legendarium rather than like a big tome of information, you know, or a big hive of information that it is now. Golden Turtle says, do you play Age of Sigmar? I don't play Age of Sigmar, mate. I have done. I have got some Age of Sigmar models. My fiance collects Age of Sigmar. She does Gloomspite Gits and has a little bit of the what the tree buggers called? What are the tree guys called? Oh god, what are the tree ones called? Oh no, don't do it. Sylvaneth. He's got some of those. It's okay. I don't actually play 40k. I mostly play one-page rules and bolt action. I'm looking at maybe trying a little bit of 30k or a bit of kill team soon. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in the hobby at the minute. I've recently been playing the brand new one-page rules co-op versus AI horde mode, which has been so much fun. It's unbelievable. It's basically you and your buddy get 1,000 points each, and you team up and you play against a 2,000 point that is controlled by the AI, which is a very simple flowchart system, and they basically spawn in from random corners. So you grab a unit from the enemy side, roll the dice and assign it to a corner, and then they spawn out of that corner randomly, and you've got to like run between these different objectives, trying to fend them off as they come in. And it was awesome, great fun. And do you know what it did? It completely alleviated all kind of like that friction that you can sometimes have with a tabletop war game, where somebody has to lose and somebody has to win, and sometimes the way that you lose, especially in 40k, can just feel really ungratifying in every way. Like in most games of 40k, you know you're going to lose by the second turn. Well, there was none of that. It was like if we were winning together, so it felt awesome, and if we were losing together, well, we'd be losing together. Do you know what I mean? So that was absolutely excellent. I mean, I've always been one of those guys who likes the narrative of it. It's not really the result, it's the story that you tell as you play the game. That's what's always like really enthused me about it. I mean, is that not why we all get into Warhammer? I mean, why not go and play I don't know, why not? There's all sorts of other war games you can get. We all get into this for the setting of it, for the story, for the spectacle. We like to, you know, we're all to some degree or another enthused in the setting. And yeah, it's just that's the way I like to play the game. I like to tell a story, and that's how we like to set up terrain. A lot of people do the L-shaped ruins and they try to get everything all spaced out. We make something look like a place first and then adjust it ever so slightly so it's more or less balanced. Golden Turtle says, I'm barely getting into the hobby. I've got the Gene Stealer Cult 2,000 point army, and I've just got the Outcast Spiked Grove Sylvaneth box, so I'm starting to really get into it. Yeah, I mean, well, it sounds like you're in the hobby, dude. Yeah. To have a 2,000 point army of Gene Stealer Cults, that's a fair few models, my friend. What percentage of it is painted? The 2,000 point army, mate, you're definitely a card holding carrier of the Warhammer community now. 100%. I'd say you're balls deep, if anything. Oh, Golden Turtle. If you kind of like this kind of stuff, go join the Discord. The link's in the description. We do this every Saturday. The week one, this one is usually just for members only, but I just wanted to pop on just randomly ad hoc and get a little session in on this tank. But yeah, we run every single Saturday. There's also the normal uploads that come out. We've got awesome hobby competitions in the Discord, so yeah, go check it out, mate, if you're interested. Become one of the boys. Let's get a bit. I think we've done it. Oh, there's a... I'll let me see if I can see any of my Age of Sigmar stuff nearby me. I'll show you what I've got. I had a little bit of Fire Slayers. Got this. Now this I painted years ago. At the time I was very, very happy with the standard. It's okay. Let's see if I zoom it in a little bit. There you go. I would definitely do it a little bit differently now. I mean, this is years ago. I was more or less happy with it. I mean, I applied like a little gloss here. So this is just normal paint, and then when the black comes in, I applied a gloss, so there's a little bit of sheen on the top of the back. I thought that was quite a nice little touch, but overall I was quite happy with it, more or less. Oh, we've got a question from Rexision. Bro, would you be able to show how to use layer paint on tank armor? I'm painting a Hecaton land fortress, but lost on how to apply the layer paint over my base paint. Also, new and first vehicle. Brother, I was there. I remember that. So, in honesty, bro, so this is I've saved this, and it is kind of awful. Like, this is a rescue. This was covered in cacked in paint by my friend when he was a kid, and I basically restored this as best as I could. So honestly, for this, I can't really help you too much because I've used an airbrush, but I can dispense some general advice for if you do not have an airbrush. And number one is just kind of the mentality of the application, because you kind of just have to accept that layer is going to probably be 3 coats. You just have to accept that it is. Just water it down. Use a wide paintbrush as well too. Something like this. Use a wide and flat one, and just accept, bro, that it's probably gonna be 3 layers. It just is what it is. But yeah. Hecaton. Let me just see what that is. A Hecaton land fortress. Fucking rock fell off the base, that guy. Hecaton land fortress. I don't know what that is. Is that the big walker thing? Hecaton. Is that the new thing? The big... Oh, one of them things. Oh. Mate, that's so funny, you know. Oh, that's such a bugger. Look at all the little shapes on it. Do you know what, mate? Don't take this the wrong way, but I absolutely hate it. It's like one of the models I hate the most. Do you know what you should do, mate? Just throw it in the bin. No, I'm joking, mate. Look, yeah, just mate, that's my advice. Just accept it's going to be 3 layers, get a wide brush, and just power through, baby. Yeah, Rexision says, yeah, no airbrush. I just have brushes at the moment. Yeah, I got a large brush. Look, got a large brush to do the base paint. It's looking sweet, but yeah, it's just getting a layer on to brighten up. Getting a layer on to brighten up the red armor. I'll tell you what, bro. I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what, bro. Would you join the Discord? Go to the description, join the Discord, and send a picture of what you're working on into the hobby pigs. I'll have a look at it and I'll see if I can help you a bit more. It's hard for me to give it base. I can't see the red you're using. I can't see, you know. If you can put something into the Discord, I'll be able to instruct you and give you a bit more better advice than just do it, than just literally the Duncan Roads, then your paints advice. Space Dwarfs, awesome concept. I just don't like the way it looks like a Fisher-Price kid's truck toy. But yeah. Going for Yimri conglomerate scheme. Mate, that is gibberish to me. I have absolutely no idea about Batan. So, unfortunately, I've kind of come to a point where the next thing I would be doing is starting to layer up the blues. I'd be starting to put on some Techless blue, starting to pair it with the Ducat blue on top of that. But my airbrush has just clogged up, and it will not be unclogged until I acetone it. I don't have acetone today, so I'm a little bit stuck. So there is another option. It's not going to work as well, but I could dry brush this whole thing. It's not going to work as well. This much I know. Do I just layer it? No, I don't. That's dumb. That's dumb. See, I was just about to put myself in for what you're in for, Rexision. Like, you're in for a slog. There's just no two ways about it. And brother, honestly, look, people say airbrush something you get down the line. I think the airbrush is like having a comfortable seat for your bicycle. It's like there's nothing about it which is like, oh, you should only get it if you're experienced. It's like anybody should get it from near enough day one if you want a much more comfortable experience. You can pick up a really decent airbrush with a compressor for like 60, 70 quid. Or, yeah, 50, 60 pounds. Don't know where you are in the world. Probably like $80, $90 or something. So if you've got, you know, if you've got a mind for it, and you've got enough in the treasury, I would say, mate, just honestly get one, because, yeah, I mean, layering is just God. Especially on vehicles if you plan to have more than one. And then also it just makes infantry, it makes everything so much easier. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to do these ultramarines so smoothly without an airbrush. I mean, it's all zenithal and carefully layered up, and it's just so much easier with an airbrush. Honestly, I think people have got to stop thinking of airbrush as like a advanced tool that, you know, advanced or veterans hobbyists get. Honestly, an airbrush should be one of the first things you get. Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says, I wish the hobby didn't cost a small fortune. Yeah, it's yeah, it does. It's an expensive thing to do. You got it. I suppose if you think about time as money, though, like that airbrush is going to save you. My goodness. Looks like we're getting a little bit choppy, boys, with the connection. Very weird. What's going on? Oh, it's back up to good connection again. Very weird. Let's see if we've gained any more subscribers since I started this stream. If you guys are hanging around, please do drop a like on the stream. It really does help boost it out to more people, and a subscribe is always very grateful. We're trying to get to 1,000 as quick as we can so we can get fully monetized. We just opened up our members section where there's all sorts of benefits. If you're thinking about making this a regular visit, go check out the members offering on the channel, join the Discord, and get the most out of your hobby. That's what it's all designed to do, and help you, enable you to do. So yeah, let me see. Let's see. Oh wow, yeah, we've got quite a few more subscribers from this. Amazing. So let me see. Rexcision says, "You don't you need like a booth with a vent on it or something for an airbrush, or can you just use it?" Oh, I don't use one. I mean, no, you don't, man. I don't know why people think that you do. I mean, I use it in a very controlled manner. It's not like it's not like an aerosol can where like so much comes out at once that it kind of goes off into the air. If you're using it in a controlled manner and just layering it up gently and carefully, I mean, the paint is just going there, and it's the further away you put it, it kind of dries. Like at a certain distance, it just dries. But if you're close enough, not really an issue. I mean, yeah, no, I don't think you need a full vent and a box and everything. I think that's quite frankly, I think that's a load of bollocks, really. If you're doing big massive sprays and you're going crazy and stuff, then yeah, maybe, but a cracked window is usually fine enough. I don't use a boot for anything. I just have a piece of, I'll zoom right out, I have a piece of cardboard with a little backsplash that I prop it up and fire away. That's all I do. That may be the wrong way to do it. Wait, go check it out. Obviously, if you ask like ChatGPT or something, it's going to tell you, oh yeah, you should have a ventilation thing, because it's always going to take the line of safety. But yeah, I don't really see logically how you definitely need one. It all depends on your usage. This music is ever so chilling. It's ever so chilly. Rexcision says Fairs might look at getting one then. I basically have your exact setup, but on my kitchen breakfast bar. Yeah, mate. Honestly, I used to be a on the kitchen table guy until quite recently. Actually, this is a full office that I've built for purpose. I've got racks of paints above me, shelves of minis. I've got a big L desk that goes over a couple meters in either direction. But yeah, this is a luxury that's been a long time coming. Obviously, I've got like my streaming setup built into it as well, as part of the. I would show you, but it's a little bit of a mess on the side of me. So I'm not too keen on showing that off. Okay, well, I'm a bit buggered here, guys. I don't know quite how to progress this. Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says, I put some foil on my glass table. Pray no paint gets on it. Yeah, that's, yeah. Well, a glass table would be fine, man, because you could just scrape it off or put a bit of, like, acetone-based cleaner and it would just literally come straight off. So, but yeah, cover it, obviously. Yeah, I'm just more worried about getting it all over. I mean, that sounds hilarious because I've got all this paint on my cutting thing, but yeah, I don't want big sprays on it. I want to still see the green a little bit, you know? What is the next move? Oh, for whoever said they were into Age of Sigmar, check this out. Oh yeah. My fiance painted this. I'll zoom in on it. Bro, get the brushes. It's almost as if I've manifested on your stream. I may be being retarded, I'm not quite sure what you mean. I'm not wanting to dry brush it. It's not going to give the effect I want, and it's not going to look the same as the rest of the army. I'll show you some other stuff I've been working on recently. This is a hive, winged hive tyrant in a xenomorph scheme. Pretty sweet. Got some other cool little gribblies around. Oh, I've got a few stuff. Nothing clear to work on and progress with. That's quite sad. Yeah, it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't particularly work here. So Rexvision says, oh, because I was talking about doing my vertical layering with just a brush on your airbrush jump. Yeah, I get it. I got it like a few seconds after I said that. Yeah, they're a bit of a bugger. I just don't. The problem is the reason it's jammed is because I don't have any airbrush cleaner at the minute, so I can't really do the full cycle thing that I'm supposed to. So I've just kind of been accepting it's going to jam and then acetoning it and then reusing it till it jams again. Not you. Yeah, if you get one, you don't have to be as incompetent as me. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. What's up, Hayden? Nice to see you back, bro. How was your eye appointment? Can you still see? How's the old eyesight holding up? What did he do? Give you like a score out of 10 or something? And also, you're in America. How many hundreds of thousands of dollars did you have to pay for that appointment? Just got back from my eye checkup. It was only $500,000. Okay. Maybe we can get it to work. Maybe we can get it to work. Maybe we can chance it. Maybe we can just be real jammy with it. That's my little thing. Oh, it's just in the other room. Bear with me, boys. I shall be right back. All good questions I cannot answer. But if I don't know if you, I do not know how the American healthcare system works. To be honest, we in the UK all dental's completely free until you're 18. Okay, I just nip into the other room. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, we've got quite a few more people joining, so welcome if you've just joined. This is the Relics of War bi-weekly stream. Sometimes we just get one in a week, and most of the time we oh goodness, we do this every single Sunday. So if you're looking for a place to come and do the hobby, hang out, join the Discord. Let's see what you're working on. Get involved. And yeah, treat this as a little hobby hangout for yourself once a week. Drop in, get your models done, hang out with the boys, talk some rubbish. We've been talking about all sorts of stuff from North Korea. We've been we cover it all. And so we've also got some awesome things to take part in on the Discord server. And we've got memberships there for people who want to do some awesome stuff. Oh, sorry, did I say Sunday? I meant Saturday. I did. Good catch there, Hayden. Yeah, every Saturday. We're doing this every Saturday. So, come get involved, boys. Come get involved. Okay, we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna chance it. Let's see what happens when we put a bit of blue. Let's give it a go. Hey Jonah, Ray Relics, great music. Yeah, thanks man. It's actually a new track I'm working on. A new track I'm working on? A new track I'm working with. I usually play some kind of rock music, but they actually started copyright striking the last one. So yeah, this is the first time I'm using this one, so I'm glad someone likes it. Yeah, dude, I actually, yeah, well done, because I don't listen to deathcore. I do like metal. I just went to see, I mean, it's actually the only kind of music I've ever saw live. I really particularly like Slipknot, Breaking Benjamin, Linkin Park. I know they're not metal, but especially the Breaking Benjamin and Linkin Park. But yeah, I definitely do love that genre of music, among many others, to be honest. I like most music. But yeah, you have yeah, metal all the way. Yeah, honestly, it's just a really good genre of music, especially live. Like in terms of like the energy of the actual performance and the crowd and the whole experience. It's just, yeah, it's just awesome. And it's also like always the chillest people are a big fan of Tool. Yeah, no, they've just popped up on my radar like really recently. What about Sleep Token? Bad Omens, FFDP. I'm afraid I haven't heard of any of them, dude. I haven't heard of any of those at all. Let me just quickly turn on my webcam so you can see what I look like, and maybe you'll be able to see or ascertain whether I look like you thought I did. Ta-da! There's the boy. I definitely physically, I think, give off metal listener vibes, but that's the quick little face reveal for you. What's up, Just Rest? How you doing, dude? Nice to see you on the stream, dude. This is your first time chilling on the stream, dude. What's going on, bro? Dude, I've been talking about I had a Hayden, you knew I was bald, you silly little bastard. Yeah, bald as fuck. I'm so, dude, I've been bald since I was your age, Hayden. Imagine losing all of your unbelievably British. Mate, I am genetically exactly the same as you. So what are you talking about? Anyway, I've been bald since I was your age, Hayden. Imagine you're going bald tomorrow. Dude, that's what builds you into a man quick. Just Rest, dude. We were talking about a sick video that I've had the idea to work on lore wise. It's not really a lore video, but basically it's a video about what would happen if Tyrannids attacked Earth today. So that's something I'm working on right now in the background. But for those of you guys who obviously don't know what the hell I'm talking about, currently Just Rest is a member on the Discord, and we've been talking about doing some lore talk videos together. He is somewhat of an expert on the Horus Heresy era, so we're going to be talking about lore, and yeah, it's going to be good. There's going to be some chill little videos for people to whack on while they're painting and try to feel like you're part of a little lore convo. So, Just Rest says, damn right, my man. Got a bit of time free, been very busy, glad to be here. They have gotten very, very close. So, how's the is the missus still over yours now, dude? How's that going? We're cooking on gas, boys. Also, anything Space Marines and Imperium, I like to say. So yeah, he's expert on everything Space Marines and Imperium too. He's out here claiming his own accolades. Yeah, Just Rest, you can be our resident lore expert if you like. I can change your name to Lore Master Just Rest in the Discord if you want. So, guys, if you're chilling out and you think, oh, I'd like to be part of this or pop in again, do head over to the Discord. Make sure you're subscribed, and please, guys, I know people say this all the time, but please do put a like onto this video. It helps so much with more it being pushed to more people. A lot of people forget to do it, and understandably forget to do it. So please do, if you can, if you've got your hands free, please do just pop that like button and be a G. I wouldn't go as far as Lore Master, though it is a goal. We've all got to have high things to strive for. If you don't aim at the moon, I mean, if you don't aim at the moon, how are you ever going to hit a star? That is not cosmologically accurate in any way, but you know what I mean. Okay, Jonah says, has anyone got a clue why Librarian in Terminator armor is cheaper than regular captains? I'd say because of it not giving guys a flat inherent buff. One of the things that costs the most in points in the game is when someone gives something a really predictable buff. So a captain, for instance, gives a really predictable aura buff, and that's worth quite a lot in the game, so that's probably why. Obviously, psychic powers are a little bit more hit and miss. So Hayden at Lassiter says, you know what? These blue eyes are really working for me. I'm claiming at least part of the old credit for that one. Hayden, I'm always here for you, bro. I'm always here for you. Rexvision says, join the Discord. Where's best to post a land fortress so you see it? If you go to the big hobby forum, you'll then see hobby pics. And if you post a picture, I shall just give it a little look, and yeah, I'll be able to give you some feedback on it and see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and yeah, I'll get a better idea of what it is that you're doing. And that goes for anybody who's currently sitting in this live stream right now. If you've got something you're working on and want a tidbit of advice on it, or want me to have a look at it, maybe give you a rating or something, just join the Discord, pop it on the Discord, and I'll have a quick look at what you've got going on. I'd just like to tell a little bit real quick about why this channel exists and what it is that I'm actually trying to do with it and what I'd like it to feel like. You know, back in the day, and some of you may be too young or too new to the hobby to remember this, but you used to go into a Games Workshop and you'd bring your stuff and you'd plonk down, and it'd just be you and some random people you've never met, and you'd ease yourself into the conversation. But after a little while, it suddenly became a raucous conversation and time would just fly by as you were doing your hobby, and it was such a wonderful thing. And it's very rare these days that a friendly local gaming store has a proper hobby section where you can actually sit down and hobby and talk to people for a long period of time, and you don't really get it. Well, you don't get it at Games Workshops anymore, really. So I kind of want to create a space where it feels like that for you guys, and also for myself as well. Yeah, I like it to feel like a hobby zone for everybody. That's the idea. Okay, let's have a look. So Rex says, join the Discord. Okay, I answered that. Just Rest says, I should open a chat for my Alpha Legion at some point. Sure. We just had a few people join. John Helldiver, Space Scooter. Nice to see you, boys. I'll give you a couple of waves. Always nice to have more people join the gang. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna have to troubleshoot this a little bit real quick. Can you guys Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says, I'm John Helldiver, by the way. Just Rest, is that the Horus Heresy Predator or the 40k one? Yeah, it's the 40k one, mate. It's a rescue job from one of my friend's old miniatures that was caked in old paint. It's been lovingly restored back to a serviceable condition. Jonah says, my approach with this hobby has become that I just buy what I think looks cool until I've got 1,000 to 2,000 points. I like Ultramarines the most, so I've got a Terminator squad and a Redemptor Dreadnought. Yes, mate, that's a great way to approach the hobby, mate. Absolutely. We were just talking about what the optimum way of approaching this hobby is from a beginning point up until the point where you're playing the game, because there's always a most optimum way to do stuff to alleviate the most amount of stress and stuff like that. And you're onto a good one, mate. You're onto a great one. How do you do with actually getting the hobby done, like painting things up before you get the next thing? How are you for that kind of thing? Because that can trip a lot of people up, especially early on. Just Rest says, oh, hell yeah, dude, part of the community now, dude. I posted I'm basically in Discord. Awesome, dude. Oh, we've gained multiple new guys tonight. This is awesome. Awesome. Let's have a little look. Hobby picks. Okay, there's something in there. Space Scooter, what's up? Here's a land fortress I'm working on. Ah, dude, you've got some nice, good, solid colours, right? You've done pretty damn well for laying it with a brush, mate. So let's have a look. Primed black, base coated in Mephiston red, and I've got Evil Sun Scarlet as layer paint. I'm looking for tips on where to place the layer paint, how to do it. How to place the layer paint. What do you mean when you bet? Because obviously you've layered it up. So what do you mean when you say place the layer paint? If you could just elaborate on exactly what it is you're asking advice for, I could give it to you. Also, by the way, I can't hear the music anymore. Is that just me, or can you guys hear the music still? Jonah says, I've only started to allow myself to buy new stuff after the old stuff is completed. That's great. Oh, you can hear the music. Oh, that's alright then, as long as you guys can hear it. It's an ever-evolving battle against my streaming software. We can't see the Discord on screen. Okay, I'll just pop it up so everybody can see it, and then maybe we can all dispense a little bit of information for Mr. Jonah. So let's have a little look. Where can we do this? Let me just pop that up, and then I shall. Okay, Discord is popping up in 3, 2, 1, and I shall enlarge that. So there it is. There, we can all see it now. So that's what Mr. Jonah is showing us. I mean, it looks good, dude. Like, you've got the layering looks fine. Are you talking about perhaps where the highlights should go? Or the bits on the black? Okay, Re-Excision says, oh, because I saw a video where they use the base color and then use a layer paint to brighten it up, I guess. I don't know, so I don't want to put the scarlet onto the red. I see, so this is the Mephiston. This is the Mephiston. Well, yeah, you just layer it on, dude. If you want to take it to that next, maybe what you could do is just hit the upper panels, so the stuff that's facing directly upwards or off to the side slightly, and just bang that on the upper part, and then leave the bits that are sideways, or especially the bits that are facing downwards. You could leave those Mephiston. I think that would look pretty good. That's the way I would approach it, and just expect to have to do 2 or more layers, and you'll be absolutely fine. Don't overcomplicate it too much. That's the main thing, I think. Okay, what's Hayden got to show me? Let's have a little zooky doodle in this. Okay, let's have a look. Dude, that's looking good. That's nice. What have you done to... There's like some real definite different tones in the skin there. You've done really well. You're definitely showing some improvements in your overall painting, especially on that cloak as well. He's just looking great. I think the eyes are definitely working. Let's just move it up a little bit. Yeah, the blue eye's working really well. I think it pops perfectly against everything else. Yeah, if you did red, I think it would kind of get lost against the hair and against the cloak, but the blue is certainly striking. Yeah, I think you've got yourself a good scheme there, bro. Yeah, it looks great. Okie dokie. Well, I'm just going to pop that off just in case I accidentally show some other stuff. Okay, I've got to troubleshoot this airbrush before it dries up. Okay, let's try another nozzle. That might be what's destroying me. It's absolutely ruining me right now. Who else have we got? Hayden says, if you don't want to cover everything, edge highlights can give you some great effects. Absolutely. Okay, so just the top flat panel's cool, where the light hits. Roger, that's yes, and then on top of those bits, I would... Yes, Hayden's right. The model itself is doing a lot of heavy lifting. So what I would do is those areas that are facing upwards, layer on the lighter color, but then take that same color that's on top and make that become the highlight of the lower stuff that you're leaving Mephiston red. Then I would take a lighter red, for instance, if you go into Evil Sun Scarlet, I would go right up to Fire Dragon Bright and then highlight the bits that are the new lighter red on top. I think that's going to overall give you the best effect. So, where is that thing? Apologies, guys. I'm going to have to fix this before it gets... Okay, I'll show you my fixing process. It's almost certainly clogged up, that's why it's doing that. Let's move on to the next thing. This is a great little turnout for a random in the middle of the week hobby session, guys. I wasn't actually planning on this today. Oh, Just Rest has put something in the Discord as well. Oh yes, that's that. That is the thickest edge highlight on that shoulder pad I may have ever seen in my life. Ooh, we got direct messages from someone. Message request. Oh, Black Sabbath. They're not, mate. They're not, mate. Oh, Black Sabbath is in here trying to say things and his stuff isn't popping up. It's very strange. I've responded to your direct message, mate. Very strange indeed. Okay, well, I've got to switch that. So you got over there's it is indeed, it's a regular old predator. Just like me. From one predator to another. Okay, that's... I'm having to do airbrush casualty at the minute. It's kind of really annoying. Yeah, it's definitely... It was definitely clogged up. Sorry, guys. Oh, who's it? Oh. That's so weird. So we've got Black Sabbath from the Discord. He's been commenting on the stream the whole thing, and he can see his comments, but nobody else can, and I certainly can't. What's going on? I certainly don't have him blocked or anything like that. That's very strange. I don't know what to do. Da. Okay. He's definitely not shadow banned. We need his dulcet Edinburghian tones. No, he's certainly not shadow banned. I don't know what's going on there, mate. Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? It's super weird. Super weird. Okay, let's try it now. We'll get to the bottom of that, mate. It's got to be something on your end though, dude. If in doubt, get ChatGPT out. That's what I always said. Fucking dare. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is this so hard? I'm going to join more streams in the future. I'll have to head off now. Have a great one. Yeah, have a great one, dude. I'm sorry it's gone to shit just right at the end. I'm just having such a little difficulty over it. Okay, it may be fixed now. We're about to find out. We're about to find out. Could really do with it just working for me. Better. Certainly better. So we need to just get a bit more fluid in there. So I think I'm going to bring Just Rest in to have a little bit of a chat. As Lawmaster on the channel. Okay, so Black Sabbath has asked a question over on Discord. He said, I wanted to ask you guys, that's the boys, that's everybody involved in the stream tonight, what do you think is the most difficult colour to paint? Is it red, yellow? He says red, yellow, and metallics come to mind for him. So traditionally, if we're going to take a airbrush out of the equation, it's probably white or yellow. I think more so white. I think white's got to be the number one. I think there's a lot of ways in this day and age to do yellow. you've got stuff like glazes and contrast paints that make it very, very easy. So yeah, I've got to say, it's got to be white. If you don't have an airbrush, good luck doing white. Hayden can tell you all day long till the cows come home. Mr. 2,000 points of 1,000 points of Tau in white. Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, I paint yellow for my Bad Moons orcs, and I find that really easy because I just use a mixture of a couple contrast paints over bleached bone. So I prime everything bleached bone straight from the rattle can, and then I go straight over that with some gloss, with some contrast paint, and it works perfectly. It's super easy actually. So it depends what method you're going for, but white, you can't really get white with contrast paints like that. You actually have to rely on a airbrush if you want a real smooth finish with white. You just simply can't do it with a brush. I don't believe it can be done. We've done it, boys. We've finally done it. It's a bit flickery, but we can actually work with that. I've literally been the just buy an airbrush guy today, and then demonstrated like the pitfalls of airbrushes at the same time. So we're trying to hit directly down on this as best as I can. Right, like watch this little front edge here. We're doing good. Okay, Just Rest says, okay, Just Rest, I do want to talk to you. I'm going to pull you on the stream because I want to talk to you about some Horus Heresy stuff, because I've just started reading the books. I've just started. So let's find you and let's talk to you. Your in-voice. How do we do that? Get your microphone ready, my friend, and just give me a call when you're ready. And I shall pull you onto the stream, kicking and screaming. Back down. Trying to do this one-handed is bloody lovely. There you go. Okay, Simple. Yeah, lovely to have you once again. And see you next time, brother. Take it easy. Oh my god, he's calling me. Hello? Hello? Just Rest. We can't hear him.
Hello, testing.
Oh, he's back.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, mate. How are we doing?
Yeah, doing good, man. You doing good?
How's the missus over from Hong Kong? Is she still with you?
She is sitting right next to me right now. She's doing great. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. You haven't like broken up and sent her home or anything like that. That's what's wonderful.
No, oh god, definitely not. No. No, she'd give me the weirdest of looks. Yes.
Oh, the
So you started reading the Heresy, you say?
yeah, dude. I've been attempting for quite a while to get down on the Heresy.
Okay.
The problem is I've been using Horus Rising, trying to get into it with Horus Rising, and Horus Rising has been what I put on when I go to sleep, and sometimes I lie there awake and listen to it for half an hour, but recently I've just been dropping off within the first 60 seconds. So I listened to it today while I was working, and I got through the first 5 chapters coherently, understanding everything that's going on. And it's quite good. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, very early days for me, for sure.
Horus Rising is honestly a very standout book. A lot of people love it, and there's a lot of good reason why they love it. Garviel Locum has gone down in Warhammer history as one of the better characters, even though he's written by various authors, which hasn't always been great for characters in the past.
Yeah, I've heard that can be a little bit weird.
Yeah, it definitely is.
For obvious reasons, really.
Yeah, because everyone has different ideas of how they want to do the character, but I honestly think they got away with it with Garviel.
Oh, let me just sit back. So yeah, if you don't... Oh, everybody's talking about different techniques in the chat. Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says, what do you think of the classic heavy metal method? I find the look nostalgic, but extra detail is nice. Yeah, so everybody started this way. It's something that I've just gone away from. I refuse to do stuff like that now. I do airbrush, bit of zenithal, pick out the highlights on top, make a gradient so much quicker, and I think it looks nicer as well. But it is nice in its own way. It's mostly a nostalgia thing. I mean, back then it was born out of the fact that we didn't have all the stuff that we have now, and we didn't even have washers at a certain point. So yeah. Hayden says it does look quite nice, but the effort required can be a bit painful. Yeah, it's not worth the slog if you ask me.
I keep hearing a lot about heavy metal, and I don't actually understand what they mean. This might just be me being a bit of an inexperienced painter, but I don't really know what it is. The definition.
So heavy metal.
Change.
Heavy metal was there was a side book that came out, and it was also a part of the magazine where it was just called Heavy Metal, and it was just showcasing the painting of the miniatures to a nice standard, basically. And then it got coined the heavy metal style because it's just basically the classic way that Games Workshop miniatures are painted. And then when people say heavy metal style, they basically mean just the classic way of painting them, bases, layers,
base, layer, shade,
highlight, pretty much the classic way that everybody gets taught, which is the most painful way to do it now with all the modern stuff we have.
I mean, to be fair, I disagree. So a lot of people, for my army, I paint the Alpha Legion, and a lot of people in the Alpha Legion, they'll do a metallic undergo, everything like that, do a metallic scheme rather than your typical heavy metal thing. But then I actively opt to do heavy metal for my Alpha Legion. It's nicer, in my opinion. I prefer it. I think it's a lot of a quicker paint scheme.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I understand. I understand why a lot of people maybe don't like it because it is literally everywhere. But I personally quite enjoy it.
Well, it's a style at the end of the day, isn't it? And styles are aesthetic choices, and that comes down to just personal preference. So.
Yes.
So.
What was it? That was oh, sorry.
Well, what I was just about to ask you, for my next step, after I've done Horus Rising, do I just go straight to the next book in that, or do I skip around? Is it a bit like fucking Naruto, where you have to just miss out 100 episodes?
There's a bit of a reading order that people like to go with for when you're getting into the series, and that is to go with the first 9 or 10 books, depends on what you want. I tend to go 9 because the 10th book, Tales of Heresy, is not amazing. It's a bit of an anthology book as well. But yeah, so you want to go through Horus Rising, False Gods, Galaxy in Flames, Flight of the Eisenstein, Fulgrim, Descent of Angels, Legion, Battle for the Abyss, Mechanicum. And then after that, I think you're good to really jump around with it to whatever you're really interested in.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I'm sure there's a big list out there that I'll have to follow. It just reminds me of did you ever watch Naruto?
I haven't watched it. No, I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes. But yeah, no, I haven't seen Naruto.
There was basically like about 150 episodes of just filler that didn't matter and wasn't even canon, that they just threw at people.
Oh, the One Piece method. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And there's a big list online of just like, basically. So it just reminded me of that a little bit.
Was it like a lot of Pokemon was that as well, the anime? I'm not sure if I saw that.
Oh god, I wouldn't know.
There was a lot of episodes in the first series which felt like these didn't need to exist, or they were just there to pad out the runtime.
My earphones keep turning off just randomly. So annoying. So
you're much in high definition now.
And you're back. So what have you guys done today then?
Went out, saw some of my family. Went out and did the most British thing and had a Nando's. Outside of that, not much.
Has she been to Greg's yet?
It's been good.
You taking her to a Greg's yet?
I haven't taken her to a Greg's yet, no. I actually no. Have I taken you to a Greg's? I think I maybe have.
Huh?
Greg's? Have you been to Greg's?
No.
No. No. Okay. Guess not. Okay.
I don't know if you're particularly missing anything or not.
I don't think I'm missing anything. I told you the story of Birmingham and everything like that. That was a. Yeah. So we've made our mistakes on places to go.
Okay. Very nicely. So I'm just gonna do a little quick pass.
I'm not gonna lie, Rexcision. The Nando's was not cheeky. The prices have gone up so much. Fucking £5 in tax. Like onto the bill. It was the worst.
It is cheeky. It's just not cheeky in the way that you want it to be.
Just cheeky in which it makes my wallet sob a little bit.
Yeah. So Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says, my girlfriend at the time was a big fan of Naruto and I tried to get into it but couldn't really do it. You had to be like, to get into Naruto, you had to like discover it while you were like 15, 16 or younger, really. I mean, that's when I discovered it, and it was like fucking, it was like, I don't know, it was like discovering that you could eat warm food. It was awesome.
What's the coincidence? My girlfriend also loves Naruto.
It's awesome, dude. Everybody loves Naruto.
It is quite cool, but I never got into it. Like Star Trek, it's always been quite cool to me. I just never got into it.
It's one of those things that like it suddenly became cool. It was never cool when I liked it.
Yeah. I recently watched all of Neon Genesis Evangelion, and apparently that was like an uncool thing to be into until like a couple years ago. I feel like got in a little bit late on that one.
Yeah, well, I think kids nowadays getting into nerdy stuff have just missed out on the whole bullying era.
Oh, yes. Though there is still that embarrassment of walking into like a W.H. Smith's and coming out with a white dwarf, you know? There's still a little bit of that.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel it. I mean, I still wouldn't want to walk around town with a Warhammer carry case. That's how deep it's rooted into me.
I'm not gonna lie to you, the last time I bought a bag from the Warhammer store and was walking around, I had a guy stop me and said, "Oh, what are you painting?" And that was enough for me. I started bringing my own bags at that point.
I both love it and hate it that when somebody figures out that they identify you as a Warhammer person, they will then just be like, okay, now I'm allowed to just talk at you until you leave.
Like genuinely stopped me in the middle of the street. Goes, "Hey, what are you painting?" I was like, "Fucking hell!" I had my headphones in, just mind my own business. But this guy just come up to me.
So there's this shopping mall up near where I live, and there's a Games Workshop in it, and I visited it, and I was in there, and there was another guy in there. We didn't interact, we did nothing, and we were just kind of like, he left just before me. He went to the till, bought his thing, and then just walked just outside and just hovered, and then I bought my thing, paid for it, and I walked out, and he started talking to me about what I got and stuff, and I was like, oh, cool, man, yeah, that's great, and I started walking, and he started walking, and this motherfucker was just attached to my hip for a mile, just talking at me. It's like, this is just, yeah, this is what Warhammer is.
Went to my local Warhammer club one time to check it out, because I'd never seen anyone playing like 40k before. And like this was like a whole year ago now, and I still see those people now, and they're still like, oh, hello, how are you doing? And that's a really great feeling still. Like,
yeah,
like, I know a couple of them by name now, and it's all really nice. And that's like a nice way to do it. It's always a little chat, like, oh yeah, what are you doing hobby wise, come on. But it's never like talk. It's talks I'm walking for like as you say, a whole mile. Like, no, definitely not.
I've just had Black Sabbath message me on Discord to say I used to turn my Warhammer shot bags inside out.
Oh, that's smart. I should do that.
That's so funny. That's so funny, dude. That is so funny. That is so funny. Turn them inside out. I get it though, you know? I get it. There's just something about it. I'm not like that with anything else, really. It cannot be that embarrassing. No, dude, look, it's not anymore, though. That's the thing, man. It's like a residual, it's like a residual PTSD from when it was, I think.
Yeah, I only got into it with Space Marine 2, but even then, it's still a little bit. I still feel like it's almost a little shameful to be walking around with a bag from the Warhammer store. It's like, yeah, everyone who knows the hobby knows you've just spent an exuberant amount of money, and I don't like the idea of someone judging me over that.
Yeah. Eternal Bosom of Hot Love says, I think it's more that people talk your ear off if you have it out. Yeah, for sure.
See, this is where you gotta lock in and then out-talk them.
Lock in and out-talk them, dude. I'm not out-talking some of these dudes. I know some of this dude who hasn't had a non-Warhammer thought in 6 months.
I feel that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Yes, I think I haven't had a non-Warhammer thought in ages. Girlfriend side-eyed me as I said that.
I mean, I could somewhat confirm that. All we talked about was Warhammer.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, what else are we going to talk about? I think the context is pretty well established that that's what we're going to talk about. Hayden says, I'd be happy to talk about the hobby with someone. Yeah, Hayden, maybe, bro, maybe you're that guy, bro. That's what the thing is. Hayden's that guy who catches you across the mall and runs you down and goes, sniffs you and goes, I can smell the glue on you. Talk to me.
I can smell you've been in the Games Workshop, sir. No need to hide it. I can sense it. I see the bag. I see your bank account.
Yes, I can recognize the cologne of the manager. I can smell him. He's been cheating on me.
He's been cheating on me. He's great. Fucking hell.
I find it quite difficult going into Games Workshops now because, like, I've been in it so long, I just know when they're hitting me with the talk. And it's just like, I know you have to do this. I know that you kind of know that I know you have to do this, and we're playing this fucking game right now. And I feel bad for you, and you know that I do, but we're both going through these bloody motions. It's like, you just have to entertain it. And I think if you do long enough and you give them the right look and you say the right thing, they kind of realize, and then they just turn into a normal person and you have a normal interaction.
my local Warhammer store, like my local Warhammer guy, he's a massive lore head like myself, and I'll go and he'll go like, oh, cool, you're here, amazing. I read this book, you should read it too. I think you'd really like it. His favorite series is Gaunt's Ghosts. He loves to tell me about it, and he was the one who got me into reading those books. So now I'm book 3 of that series, and I'm loving it.
It's the one that's a bit like Sharp.
Say again?
Is Gaunt's Ghosts the one that's a bit like Sharp, the TV show Sharp?
I don't know Sharp. I don't know it.
Oh, bro, dude, I've talked to you enough to diagnose you as a guy who would like Sharp. It was Bernard Cornwell. It's like a Napoleonic era. It's got Sean Bean in it. He calls everyone a bastard every 10 minutes.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. I probably would enjoy that. Yes.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's like essential man watching, I think.
Let me have a little search. See how long it is.
It's fantastic.
Okay. Oh my gosh, and a long runtime.
It's such a good. It's so good, man. I'm sure some of the older gentlemen can back me up on this. That Sharp is awesome, and everybody. It's essential viewing for every man. Black Sabbath says. Okay, Black Sabbath is sending me stuff in. I can't believe you can't comment on the members on the YouTube. But Black Sabbath just said, "Oh God, I just remembered ages ago. I must have been 10 years old, and I had bought some orcs and sat down at the bottom of the stairs of a close to look at my purchase. Yeah, I get you. And some grown ass man in black, wearing a cloak. It sounds like a Nazgul. Followed me and came up behind me and pressed his umbrella down onto my hand, crushing my hand into the stone, and said, 'So you collect orcs?' I just fucking bolted." Dude, that's crazy.
I guarantee that guy now is like a Discord moderator or a Reddit moderator, and he thinks he's the smartest guy in town.
I can see that guy. I can feel his aura, dude. That's such a uniquely autistic thing to do. Like, only autistic people.
He wears a fedora for the fun of it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but insists that it's like a good fashion statement.
Yes, exactly. He definitely greets people by saying "milady."
Yeah, certainly.
Probably smells horrific as well, like deodorant to the max.
Probably complains about chivalry being dead after the woman spurned him after he just sat at the back of the bus and stared at her the entire ride.
Yes, exactly that. You can smell that, as Eternal Blossom says, you can really smell the chud through the story.
Yeah. What does I need a definition of what chud actually means?
Permanently unemployed on Reddit, smells.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Just basically like an incel, really, that kind of thing.
Yes. Particularly bad incels.
Well, now I know. I'm hip. I'm down with the kids.
I'm too crip.
I can be hip. I can be cool.
God, it's got flashback to that, like, "What's good, fellow kids?" from that 90s show. Yeah. No.
There we go. This music that's playing right now it's fucking me up because it sounds like one of the bass riffs that I just recorded the other day, and I keep thinking, have I put my own fucking bass guitar clips on this? But no.
I have the stream pause so I don't hit myself twice. Let me have a little listen.
Right, I just need to grab that little bit there.
Oh, I like the theme. Nice bass tune, yes. If you were really hip, with kids, you'd have a big old Tau army. Tau seem like a fun army to play. I'm not gonna. They do. It looks like the perfect models to learn edge highlighting on. I haven't read much
I
Tau
painted
books,
one
but
Tau. I really enjoyed it.
you did.
Tau can be, if you pick the right scheme, Tau is like one of the sexiest looking armies, dude. One of the most underappreciated lines, and especially by Games Workshop themselves.
Yeah, I think so.
They're so
Actually, no,
underutilized.
those new models, the Twin Lance, they look so good. They really do, but they're priced so stupidly.
Yeah. But, oh, for God's sake, this bloody earphone. Stop doing this. Yeah, Hayden, you're in for a life of edge highlighting, my friend. You're a Tau player. You've done it to yourself. You could well, you can't even, because you're kind of locked in now, dude. You have to do all of it edge highlighted, because like even if you switch to an airbrush and did a zenithal, all these stuff would look slightly different. I used my pal who did white Tau, just the same as you. He gave me all of his Tau, and I would like airbrush it all white for him, so he could start off with that, and that cut out a great deal of the slog. So maybe it's something to think about, mate. Getting yourself an airbrush.
So I haven't read much Tau lore.
Just rest. So I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you.
No, I understand.
Bloody Bluetooth is being a little bitch, and it keeps telling my earbud that nothing's playing in it, and it disconnects. So I'm connecting it direct to the computer when the computer's not liking it at all. Oh.
Really, Hayden? I had no idea about this. One sort of Tau lore I'm not the most well versed. I've listened to total 2 books that have the Tau in them. Those being Courage and Honor, which is an Ultramarines book, and Firecast, which was a really, really, really like insanely good Imperial Guard book.
This has been a fruitful little stream. I think I've gained 10 subs just on this one. So that's really nice.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, good for me, dude. Fucking, I'm the best.
Yes.
I'm the fucking best, dude.
Gosh, I need to post more, man. I need to make shit stuff, but I've got scripts done, and God. I need to do it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what's happening? Oh, hello?
Hello.
Oh, hello, dude. Dude, would you... Yeah, mate, that's cool. I was just in call with somebody else from the server. Would you pop onto the server voice chat, and I'll see you in there. God. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
I'll just invite Just Rest. There we go. How you doing, man? Feels like ages since we've had a little chat.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
Hello.
Hello, mate. We've got Mr. Tweed with us now.
Literally just got done playing Bolt Action.
How did that go, dude? How did your Bolt Action game go?
I mean, considering the geezer had a King Tiger,
oh, nice.
I just managed to win.
Yeah, that's definitely
the most tank power I had was a Sherman M4.
Oh, not even a Firefly.
No, I was playing American Airborne.
Very cool.
Oh, how's the painting stream been going?
Yeah, it's been a great one actually, mate. We've had a good few more than usual, and I think I've gained 10 subs this stream. I wasn't actually planning on doing this one today. I just fancied doing a bit on the Predator, so I just whacked the stream on, and here we are. it's all rather hunky-dory as everything's considered. Just Rest here is somewhat of a Horus Heresy lore master, should we say.
I know myself, yes.
So I've just started listening, properly reading the Horus Heresy series. I've been digging into the Horus Rising book, so I am officially on the train of the Black Library now, and the train is chugging.
With the Horus Heresy, I've kind of just picked and choose some stories to listen to, rather than trying to follow that god awful timeline.
Yes.
It's a hell. It's like a hellscape trying to actively do it. The way I entirely recommend it is try and do the first 9 books and then just go do whatever you want, like listen to whatever you want after you've done those, because I think the first 9 are so integral to setting up the wider setting.
Yeah, because I did the Alex Pollock's short story book.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
I haven't read his short story, but I read the the Unremembered Empire books where he was in.
Yeah, I the only book I've listened to recently, I had to stop it unfortunately because I got bored, was Chem Dogs.
Oh yeah, you're saying about this.
What
Yes.
was that? I was quite tempted with that one. Is it a bad one or?
I don't think it knows what it wants to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's trying to be Gaunt's Ghosts, but not.
Oh no.
It's this whole thing of the thing of once again, this commissar who's looking after a ragtag group of chem hounds.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like he's also secretly taking the chem formulas as well and breathing it in.
Okay.
But it just kind of just feels like it doesn't really go anywhere.
I mean, that's a bit sad because Chem Dogs came out, you mean the new book, Chem Dogs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Chem Dogs came out right off the back of Ghost Legion, and Ghost Legion was, its entire Imperial side was Chem Dogs, and they did that really well. And I find that a bit sad that they've done that good.
There were some really good elements to it as well, I'm not going to lie, but there was some good parts to it as well.
Yeah.
Just overall, I just kind of stopped halfway through because I was like, I just don't feel like this is really going anywhere.
The only book I've done that with, and now this is it's probably bad to say considering how much people absolutely adore the series, but it was Soul Hunter. I really could not get into Soul Hunter. The Night Lords trilogy did not grab me whatsoever.
I quite liked Soul Hunter.
It's very slow to me.
I still have the original CD for it.
Okay, real quickly, guys, just before you, I just want to check with the chat on YouTube if everybody can actually hear you guys talking, or whether it's just me sat here in silence on the screen.
Oh shit, good point.
Oh yeah,
I think they can.
Yeah, sure.
I just want to double check. Could somebody please confirm that in the chat, please? Thank you. Corey, continue.
Yeah, no, sadly I didn't think much of Soul Hunter. I mean to get back to it at some point or another, but yeah, when I listened to it a year ago now, and
yeah,
I didn't think much of it. I'll give it another shot at some point later in the year, but
yeah, I mean, I definitely see myself doing a re-listen to the Gaunt's Ghost series.
I've actually recently just started Gaunt's Ghosts.
It's so good.
I'm on I'm literally about to start Necropolis.
Yeah,
beautiful. Everyone can hear you loud and clear.
Oh no, not Necropolis.
I just got done telling Mr. Just Rest here about Sharp. He hadn't heard of Sharp. I asked him, is that quite like Sharp? And he hadn't heard. I told him it's essential viewing for a male.
Yeah, Gaunt's Ghost is very much like Sharp. I'd happily say it has that Sharp vibe to it.
Okay.
I love the vibe.
Maybe
of Sharp.
worth a watch then. I don't actually have a TV show I'm watching currently, so why not?
I still think the best 40k book I've listened to it has to be The Infinite and the Divine.
Controversial. I think
it's so funny. I love it, and it's just two Necrons having the biggest dick measuring contest over the lifespan of an entire planet.
I have it sitting on my physical bookshelf, which isn't very big, but Yeah, I haven't gotten to it yet, but I've heard good things. But I think the best Warhammer book is Dropside Massacre. It got released earlier this year.
Yeah, I need to listen to that one.
It does so much for like Khan's character, and a lot for Ferrus Manus too, which I'm sure the Iron Hands players love. The total 4 of them that there are.
Buried Treasure says, "Welcome to the Chosen Man." I certainly got a little bit obsessed with Sharp last month, and I rewatched the whole lot again. There's just something about it. It's just so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, saying that, I just had to look at my audio playlist. Apparently, I only had 2 hours left in Chem Dogs. I might give it another go.
You could honestly just like in a little painting session get that book done, I think.
Yeah. The problem is I'm a little bit hit and miss in some of the 40k books.
Fair enough, yeah.
Was it? Is it Caiaphas Cain?
I haven't actually touched Caiaphas Cain, which is a bit like
okay. So
to say.
I listened to the first book. I enjoyed it. The problem is, though, I can only imagine it as oh god, I can't remember the actor's name.
Austin Powers.
Hang on.
Michael Myers.
No.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yes, Rowan Atkinson. Actually, yes, you're right on that one. I can only imagine Caiaphas Cain as Rowan Atkinson in Blackadder Goes Forth.
Oh god!
And somehow, when you think of that, it gets even funnier because you're just like,
is that how Caiaphas Cain is?
Yeah, the whole thing,
really?
Yeah, the whole thing is like he's an absolute coward, but somehow does everything right.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Like one of the scenes, I won't spoil much, but basically he's forced to execute 3 people under his command, and he doesn't want to do it.
Oh, is he? He's like Gaunt with not wanting to be that strict commissar type, is he?
Well, no, Gaunt will happily kill someone.
I mean, in book 2, in Ghostmaker, he's very, very hesitant to kill people. Even like
that changes quite quickly.
That changes, does it? Okay.
But
okay. Well, I am only 2 books deep. Yes.
Yeah, but when that change happens, the one scene is written so well. I don't want to spoil it for you. It is.
Please don't. It's like the series I'm most excited for.
It was the one moment that made me remember that Gord is a commissar.
Yeah.
I just made like, holy shit. Yeah, he is a commissar. Fuck. But with Caiaphas Cain, he didn't want to execute these 3 people.
Yeah.
So he kind of like went through most of the laws and kind of worked out that you don't have to summarily execute them. They just have to die. So they're going to die in the guard doing their job.
Okay, that's kind of. I like that.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah. And it's like there's one point as well where I know it from just like some anecdotes I've seen online, where like he accidentally trips into a trench filled with enemies and kind of lets out a yelp while he does it, and everyone just thinks, oh, it's Kane's gambit. He's charging head first. No, he's just fucking tripped.
Buried Treasure Estates is obviously a proper Englishman, a proper gentleman. He says Sharp, Flashman, D&D, Rugby, and Games Workshop was basically my teen years. What a G. Definitely, you need to definitely join the Discord, mate. I'll have no words said edgeways. Join that Discord fucking now, son.
Yeah, no, the books are good. I do recommend one.
Yeah, who's your favourite of the authors, out of curiosity?
Author's side, I couldn't really tell you, because I kind of just listened to whatever book I like the look of. I mean, I'd probably have to go with the Gaunt's Ghosts author.
Dan Abner.
Just because he was one of the more consistent ones I've listened to.
I think Dan Abner is consistently good, if not, like, enjoyable. Like, he's not. I don't think he's consistently amazing, but he's always consistently good. Like I've read Dan Abner books I've been slightly let down by, but not like horrifically, you know.
Yeah.
I think the best author is John French. He did like the Ahriman stuff. He did a lot of the Siege of Terror. Most notably, he did my favorite book, Dropsite Massacre.
Site Massacre.
Yeah, I've seen what. Oh yeah, I have the Dropsite Massacre book.
Okay.
It's so good.
Well, I've finished my layer up to this point. We've just dropped down to 0 concurrent viewers. Boys, I'm going to call it for the night. It's bloody hell. Look at the time. I'm going to go crawl into bed shamefully as a man who's well outstayed his bedtime for the evening.
Well, in that case then, I am going to go play a couple games of pool and do the same thing.
A couple games of pool? And what, have you got a pool table in your house?
I have a pool table in my garage.
Oh, that's cool.
You posh bastard.
I used to have a snooker table in my room.
Maybe slightly upper middle class.
Yeah, I mean, my parents were working class, but my dad raised us to middle class. So I was raised middle class, and I had a pool table. One Christmas.
I think I'm middle to upper middle, to be fair.
Middle to upper middle.
My dad's just a carpenter and did a lot of work on the house over a couple of years.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there you go. So does my rich uncle. Okay. Now we're okay. We don't have 0 viewers. It's just saying that we do. But anyway, look, guys. This has been a lovely another one of these things. So thanks for sticking it out to the end. And yeah, well, yeah. Thanks very much. I shall see you on Saturday. I doubt I'll see you before. So I'll see you then. Take it easy. Have a nice night.
See you soon, guys. Bye bye.